Hello, hello, and welcome to episode 1 of the Mave Strange series. My name is Erica, and if you haven't already, I highly recommend that you watch the intro video to the series to gain a better understanding of the storyline and of the Strangerville challenge. But without further ado, I guess let's jump into episode 1. So just an FYI, unfortunately I didn't realize the quality of the videos until after I filmed all of the scenes in the previous video, so I apologize if it looked blurry or low budget at times. I promise the next videos I'll definitely just use the screen recording option so that it'll be a lot better quality. But I am also still learning how to film and edit the videos, so please bear with me on this journey. So, as described in the Strangerville challenge description, Mave escaped from Delso Valley only to be followed by Alora shortly afterwards. So, Alora, who initially tried to discourage Mave from staying in Strangerville, decided that she was going to stay for a few days. However, at the end of the intro video, we see her make the call to enlist into the military. So, this meaning that she's definitely staying longer than a few days. So, it can only be assumed that she did this to determine more information about the weird plant that she came across and remembered from her father's drawings. So Maeve is now living with her twin sister Alora in Dusty Heights Trailer Park. You can find the original trailer here, which I'll insert an image on the gallery from Schnuck01, which I completely remodeled with custom content so it'll look totally different, but this is the base trailer. So to recap the Strangerville challenge that we described in the previous video, our goals of the challenge are to have one sim reach level 5 at the military career, have your sim befriend a scientist, have one sim become infected by the mother plant, and master the Strangerville Mystery Aspiration. So I will include the challenge down in the description box in every episode, and we'll just check it off as we go just to keep track of what's been completed. Anyway, so with a degree in communications, Alora is starting her career as a journalist, where she also posts vlogs about moving to Strangerville and her everyday life. I specifically gave her the career as a freelance writer just so we had more flexibility in her day to day life. So she is a loner, she's high maintenance, and she's paranoid, where all of her traits can fuel the difficult relationship that she will have with her sister, or that she currently has with her sister, Mave. So Alora's twin, Mave, originally worked in Del Sol Valley for a marketing firm. But shortly after arriving in Strangerville and becoming captivated by its mystery, she quit her job to enlist in the military to find the answers she's been looking for. However, Mave struggles with being hot headed and erratic, which could hinder her ambitions. But that pretty much sums up the background to the storyline for now. So let's get right into it. Okay, so before we begin, I'm super sorry, but unfortunately, when I was filming the voiceover while playing the game, there was an issue with my mic being corrupted, and so I actually had to redo the entire voiceover and try to match it with while playing. So if you don't hear any of like the in-game sounds or there's periods of like no in-game sounds, that's because of the corrupt mic that I had to dub over with a new voiceover. But I mean, there's not really anything that you really missed out. Most of it is just me talking, anyways. So I hope that that's not too much of an issue. But yeah, I guess we'll just carry on. Okay, so here we have Alora. She's just working away on her editing documents and writing feedback report for her freelance writer career. Um, the outfit that she's in is actually like her career outfit. So we just have her in that. And then Maeve is out for a jog. So I'm thinking I'm going to start this series off a little slow pace, just to get to know the characters and really set the story. And I think I kind of want to take my time with the series and not really rush anything in terms of aspirations as well. I did also play with this household briefly before I decided to make it into a series. So that's why Laura has already talked to 5 Sims about Strangerville. And then for Maeve, she has checked off the box for having at least $10,000 in her household funds, which they have a decent amount of money after purchasing this trailer with free real estate cheat on. But we're not really focusing on Maeve's aspiration and mainly focusing on Alora's Strangerville mystery aspiration. Also, not to get confusing, but I switched Alora from the journalist career to being a freelance writer so that we can actually play with her instead of just sending her and Maeve off to work each day, just so it gives us a little bit more free time to kind of do what we want and do the progression of the storyline. Okay, so Maeve just finished her jog, and I think I'm gonna have her try to work out using the weights in the living room because I don't think that counted. So I haven't played with normal lifespan in a long time, or I don't know if I've ever. Typically, I play like with aging off. So I want to see how long we have for their age. Okay, so Maeve has 28 days until she grows up or ages up to a adult, and Alora has 28 as well. I mean, of course, because they're twins, which I think is enough time to complete the storyline, even if we take it slow at the start for like this episode and the next one. Okay, so let's take a look at their skills and see what we're working with. I mean, Alora, as you can see, I played with her a bit before filming, so she has a few more skills than Maeve does. But I think the skills that we're going to focus on the most for Alora is the writing skill and the media production skill. Um, and then I think I want her to start the programming skill as well. So maybe we could use it to our advantage for solving the Strangerville mystery. I think it might come in handy. And then for Maeve, we will just work on her fitness skill and then whatever's related to the military career as we move forward. So right now it's just fitness. And then speaking of which, I am going to cheat the daily task because the weights and jogging didn't count, even though she was working out. So I'll just have to get a punching bag or something to go outside. I will say I do tend to use a lot of cheats like MCC Command Setter and UI cheats, which is basically like I guess sim commands and teleporting and kind of doing stuff that you wouldn't typically be able to do with just shift clicking on a sim. And then UI cheats I just use to be able to alter motives and like relationships and edit things like that by using my left click. So yeah, Mavy's just going to brush her teeth and go to bed, and Alora will shower, brush her teeth, and go to sleep once she's done work. Okay, so it's the next day and it's a Monday, so both of the girls work. I'm gonna have Maeve go for her daily jog, and she works at 6, so we'll see if we can fit using like the punching bag in there before work. Otherwise, I guess she'll just go to work and she can do it after. Okay, so Maeve is off for her jog, and Alora is still asleep. And then I think today I'm gonna have Alora work at the video station and like film and edit and then post a video, so she can work on her media production skill. But before that, I want to have her work on the gig for her freelance career, and I'm thinking it would be interesting to have her weave together like the freelance writing career and the narrative of Strangerville. So where her gigs are like content for the Strangerville newspaper or the Strangerville Chronicle, and she has her own blog as well. But yeah, I think I'm going to have Alora take the drone with her to go interview people around town to post on her blog. So I think today we'll interview Erwin over at the curio shop if he's there today. But that'll pretty much be her day to day thing. Just basically filming content and interviews with people while also doing like side gigs with their freelance career. So at least until things get a little bit more interesting, and then we might not always do gigs and just kind of focus on the Strangerville aspiration. Oh, perfect. Okay, so Laura is now awake. We'll have her go to the bathroom and then eat some breakfast. So she's going to have some fruit salad and then we'll pick up another gig. I feel like this one works, like the magazine ad marketing copy. Let's just ignore the description for the actual gig and imagine that she's like writing for the Strangerville Chronicle or like some kind of article, and they're going to pay her to do it. So, however, Alora herself has a blog which she will be posting her drone content to, and like whatever films that she makes on the video station. But her blog is called Escaping the Valley, which is based on her leaving Del Sol Valley to move to Strangerville. So, which started as just a blog about her moving to town, she realized that there's like so much more mystery that shrouds Strangerville, and her followers are intrigued to know like what's going on. Okay, so she's done her first marketing copy for the client. Give it a title so the client knows what to call it. Let's do the Strangerville mystery. It's a bit basic, but I think that's fine. um, and then we'll just skip through her working away at the computer. So, okay, so as a part of her aspiration, Alora needs to buy curio from the curio shop. Okay, is there anything that I think we'd want? I guess let's buy a Strangerville book called The Untold Mysteries of Strangerville. And I think that's it. Oh, the armadillos are cute. I guess we'll get one of those too. Thank you for shopping at Curios, Creations, and More. No one ever asks me what the more is, but anywho, enjoy your new items. Thanks, Ermin. And this one looks like it's dying, so I guess we'll just end the recording and head home. Okay, so let's name this Who is Erwin Prius? And then the description can be an interview with Erwin, a resident of Strangerville. And let's put that in our inventory and then we'll go home. Okay, so Alora's gonna go to the bathroom and eat some dumplings. And then I think I'm gonna have the girls just have like a chill night in and watch some TV and kind of like catch up. I feel like they haven't talked at all since they moved in, or she moved in, since Mave moved in. So I think I'm just gonna end this here. But I know there wasn't that like too much that went on in this episode, just because I was more focused on setting the stage and discussing the storyline with you. But I promise there will be more in the next one, so definitely stay tuned for that one. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and just a reminder to subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified when I post the second episode. But that is all that's going to be for now, and I will talk to you in episode 2. Bye.